Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Qingce Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? Let me think. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside, those that they have no room for at home. In fact, their youngest comes over this way to read sometimes.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a look.
Help! I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on.
Shiver! Judgment!
Try!
You can't run!
I got carried.
Judgment! You can't run!
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with... Lady Kuching. An honor. Truly an honor.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the stove god in this collection?
The stove god? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the stove god.
Seems logical enough. But do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry, I'd have to ask the young master about that.
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Hello, one and all.
А вот и боевые эти. Я не буду сейчас тут говорить о нетрадиционной сексуальной ретенции, но у них наверняка это симпатия есть друг к другу, раз любят так изображать друг друга.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chongyun along too?
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, Do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the stove god among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which mentions the stove god.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
They're back! So did you find it?
Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the Legends of Liyue does indeed mention the stove god. However, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire and teach the ways of wisdom. Receiving the gift bequeathed unto them, humankind cooked food with fire, and thus did they prosper.
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis say the same thing.
That much is true, but this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, we'll have to continue our investigation. There's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have to look at other options.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the stove god, I seem to recall reading somewhere that this god once appeared at the Guili Assembly. Of course, I can't say if it's true or not.
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a different account. I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace. So long as we do not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Hold up. I had a question too. Xingqiu, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the Masterful Chefs, are you?
Yeah, I totally am. What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange for this competition.
What do you mean, strange?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research, so I can create some really special dishes to win everyone over.
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's 'cause you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
No surprises from the Guhua Geek. Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different. Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course! You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers' faces is my calling as a chef.
Though Xiangling's market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never strays from the noble path.
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like Xiangling. She's got pure intentions and really cares about the customers. No, where's all this praise coming from? Knock it off, guys. You're embarrassing me. Sorry for holding you all up. That's all I needed to know. Shall we carry on with the investigation now? Over to you, Kuching. Where to next?
So we've learned the stove god allegedly made an appearance at the Guili Assembly. But today that place is largely a wasteland with few traces of human activity. Wangshu Inn is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and see what we can find out.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be a smooth one.
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and find us. We'll be only too glad to help.
Let's go! Next stop, Wangshu Inn.
Окей, оставим голубков наедине и продолжим наши дела дальше. Стоп, откуда далее? И в чем дело? Ну да. Опять, небось, что-то нам блокирует. Ах, твою дивизию. Понятно. Надеюсь, мы не потратим так много времени, как это было с предыдущим заданием.
Huh? Oh, Traveler! Who are all these people?
Friends of ours! Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Glova, and Kuching.
Kuching? Of the Chishing? She's the,
Hi.
It's not that. It's... I mean, I'm just your typical commoner. I've never met someone as high up as the Yuhang before in my whole life.
Look at that strong body, those powerful hands, and honest eyes. This guy must be a really great chef.
So, is there something I can help you with? You've come a long way out to end up at Wangshu Inn.
Let me fill you in.
Oh, okay. I see.
Legends claim that the Stove God once appeared at the Guili Assembly. As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around these parts are likely to have ended up here. Is there a room in this inn for storing books? And if there is, do any of them mention the Stove God?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember looking through an old recipe book once. I just need to remember where they're all stored. If you are happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll go have a look right away. Oh, Traveler, there's something I need to discuss with you.
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just wanted to ask if you had the time to make a satisfying salad for me.
A satisfying salad? What for?
Yeah, guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you know? Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Shh! Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, you know who I mean. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is one tough nut to crack. He usually turns his nose up at everything that isn't almond tofu. But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well. So I was thinking, could you teach me how to make it too? That way, I'll have something else in my arsenal.
Oh, so this is for show! You guys really look after him, huh?
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people. All right then, wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59, 58...
Sorry for the trouble, Traveler. Okay.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
While Kuching's reading her book, let's make that satisfying salad. Xiangling, what are you gonna do?
I'd love to come watch too, but I don't want to get in the way, so I'll just stay here with Kuching.
Okay, shall we go then?
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over here. I only need to watch you make it once to have it committed to memory.
That should do it.
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got it now.
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best chef around these parts.
Let's go see what Kuching and Xiangling are up to. Kuching, Xiangling, we're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing. We finished our reading too.
And? Useful? Or no?
Useful. There is a passage concerning the stove god, and it's not what we were expecting. I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land, and made their living from what the soil yielded. When the stove god descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. As does a star when it descends into the world, so the stove god went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. With fire, the people at last learned to make hot food, and they dined on rice congee and cooked meat thereafter. This is a radically different account from the one given in Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, and also a conflicting one.
One god became many. Does that mean there was more than one stove god?
Taking the text at face value, that is what it says.
Went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. So did the stove god really go and teach people how to cook firsthand?
Now that's a god who truly cared for their people.
So, we've got two leads, but they contradict each other. How do we know which one to believe?
By continuing our investigation and reserving judgment for now. Thank you for this text, Yanxiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. If anything, I should be thanking the traveler. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the past, too. I want to make it up to you properly, and as it happens, things are pretty quiet here today. So I'd like to take the chance to treat you all. What do you say? Will you stay for a meal?
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I like that. Confidence is one of the best ingredients a chef can have. I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his offer.
It's hard to refuse a generous offer like that. Yes, I think we can fit this in. Yanxiao, we await your culinary creations with great anticipation.
I won't disappoint.
Everybody, please be seated!
You think you own the place.
I'll sit here with Glava.
Here we are. That's everything you ordered.
It smells amazing! I think I've met my fellow finalist.
It smells beautiful!
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particularly known for its food.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. We have to cater to all aspects of daily life to make this a true home away from home. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yanxiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yanxiao. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yep, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me. I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale. You're too kind. Guoba, what are you doing?
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Kuching's! How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
Да.
You ate every last one? Guoba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay? I'm so sorry, Kuching. I promise I'll make it up to you.
What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's Yanxiao's treat today.
It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair as your food is snatched away from right under your nose. The dining experience is a trinity of emotion, food, and atmosphere, and you've got to have all three to make it work.
I have to say, now that you mention it, that is a very accurate appraisal of the situation.
I'm gonna make it up to you, Kuching. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything at all. Whatever it is, I'll make it for you.
I don't have high hopes for this, but equally I don't want her feeling guilty. Okay, I'll let her do this for me. If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor. Traveler, have you finished eating? Before we do anything else, let's head back to Liyue Harbor. I need to fetch something.
Да, неловко получилось, особенно злобой. Казалось, такой милах, а такие манеры. К сожалению.
I need to go home to fetch my grandfather's notes. Let's meet at Wanmin Restaurant later.
Great! I'll go get everything ready. Traveler, what about you? Are you gonna do your own thing for a while, or do you want to come in and have a seat?
I actually have something to discuss with him. You go ahead. We'll join you later.
Okay, gotcha.
Traveler, come here for a moment. I need your advice on something. What do I need to do to get along with Xiangling?
Seriously? That's what's stressing you out?
What's so strange about it? Why are you looking at me like that?
You're super smart, and you're always so sure of yourself. Paimon thought you'd never need advice from anyone about anything.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Xiangling's always so warm and friendly with me. This time especially. And now she's desperate to do me a favor. So, is that supposed to mean... we're friends already? I'm just not used to dealing with people who are so warm right from the get-go. How exactly am I supposed to respond to that? Okay. Noted. Thank you, Traveler. I'll see you again shortly.
What's making Kuching so self-conscious? Paimon thought nobody would be able to get under her skin.
running through my ingredients to see what I'm missing.
Oh, we're gonna do this now?
What is it?
But this is your idea! Why you gotta dump it on Paimon? Ugh. Okay, so back at Longshu Inn, we noticed you and Kuching were getting along pretty well. So you really like hanging out with her, huh?
Yup. Kuching's good-natured and easy to be around. The kind of person everyone wants to know, right?
You're a braver person than Paimon. The first time we met Kuching, Paimon found her pretty intimidating.
You think so? I remember thinking straight away that she was really easy to get along with. Didn't you see her sneaking treats to Goba back at Longshu Inn?
Yeah, she's great. We know that now. We're just talking about first impressions.
First impressions? Oh, okay. Hey, have you guys eaten grilled shellfish before? They can be hard to crack at first, but they taste amazing that way.
We've eaten shellfish before, but I don't think we've ever tried eating them grilled.
Oh, you're missing out. I'll grill some for you another time. But anyway, Kuching's like a shellfish. Maybe a little closed off at first, but once you get to know her, she's got a soft and squishy side too. Not to mention that even after her favorite food was stolen away, she was still happy looking after Goba. I'm really grateful for that.
You make a good point. You know, Xiangling's intuition for people seems really spot on. Is that why she took a liking to Kuching so quickly?
All right, let's see. We're okay for carrots and crab, and we still got some ham and mushrooms. I wonder what Kuching's recipe is gonna be.
Huh? What was that noise?
What's going on? What the? That bird is huge!
Ah, it's the ladybird!
Excuse me, one shall not be addressed in such a manner. One shall be known as Adeptus, whose name, should you care to mention it, is Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer. That does sound like an Adeptus name.
Well spoken. One shall let this young lady's enlightened words atone for the ignorant ones of her friend. A while it has indeed been, traveler. Does one surmise correctly that you hasten hither to partake in the Moon Chase Festival? Ah, so even the illustrious traveler has been summoned to attend the Moon Chase Festival. As expected, this year's theme stands proud against the test of public scrutiny.
The theme? You mean Feast of the Bounteous Land?
The very same. Moon Chase Festival falls during the season when many cooking ingredients are ripe. Hence, it is a fitting time to enjoy the finest of foods. One noticed the relative pomp and ceremony with which this year's affairs are being conducted, and could not abide to stand idly by. Let it be known that one's culinary proficiency and ingenuity is uncontested in all the world. Thus does one now appear in this realm, that those who inhabit it might witness one's latest creation, a supreme cuisine machine.
A supreme cuisine what?
What's a supreme cuisine machine?
Patience. One's purpose here today is to meet and to greet. Nothing further. All shall be revealed before your very eyes when the time arrives. Traveler, you are one who has witnessed much of the culinary world. When the day comes, one would be most pleased to see you in attendance, offering your most vociferous ovations.
Oh, so we're officially invited?
That which is implicitly understood needs not be made explicit, let alone official. I shall say no more and dwell here no longer. Await my word. Be there or beware.
This bird always disappears just as quickly as she shows up. Oh, wait, not bird, Adeptus. Hey, wait! Isn't she technically an illuminated bird, though?
She seemed like someone very prestigious and very talented at cooking.
She definitely loves her food.
What are you all huddled together over here for? The Adeptus left already.
Yay! Kaching's back!
Sorry I kept you waiting, Xiangling. This is the recipe from my grandfather's notes. They're not in the best condition, so rather than bring them out of the house, I just transcribed the recipe. Unfortunately, the texts my grandfather worked with were very old, usually faded, damaged, or both. Some parts are missing from this recipe, too. Do you think you'll still be able to work with it?
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. Give me some time. I need to look into it.
Sorry for the trouble.
You're all here?
That voice sounds familiar.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation. I was in the area buying a few things, and I heard the disturbance, so I felt compelled to come take a look.
You mean Cloud Retainer? I saw her too. She just suddenly showed up right in the middle of the street. Whatever adeptal power that was, she certainly knows how to make an entrance.
Lady Kaching, you saw her too? Do you, have a moment? I need to discuss something with you.
What is it, Ganyu? Has something urgent come up while I've been out?
No, it's nothing work-related. I wanted to ask about, something personal. Is that okay?
A personal matter? Involving me? Surely I haven't done anything improper recently, have I?
Please, Lady Kaching? This is really important to me.
Oh, okay.
I noticed Cloud Retainer was here for quite a while. Did she say anything about... me? When I was young?
About your childhood? No, nothing at all.
What? Really? Whew. Thank goodness. I was getting really worried. Once she gets talking to people, she tends to go off on all sorts of tangents. So I was worried she might have bored you with some stories about me.
Your name didn't even come up, so you've nothing to worry about.
Kaching, how are you not asking a bunch of questions right now? There's obviously some juicy gossip here. Aren't you curious to find out what it is?
Please, no, don't do that to me.
Of course not. Whatever it is, I'm not curious and I'm not going to ask. If Ganyu has a secret and she wishes to keep it that way, nobody should make it their business to try and get it out of her. That's just basic decency, is it not?
Yes, ma'am. Paimon will never bring it up again.
Kaching, thank you. You're so kind and considerate. I've always seen that in you.
What's that got to do with... Honestly. Go on, you should be getting back now.
Oh my, you're right, I should. Okay, everyone, please excuse me. I should get back to work now. Take good care of Kaching for me.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Don't worry, Ganyu, we will.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Just ignore her.
Hey, everyone! I just had an idea. It only occurred to me when that Adeptus showed up. Do you think the Stove God could be an Adeptus too?
Ooh, could be.
I don't want to assert either way, but it seems highly likely.
In that case, we should go ask the Adepti about it. I think my master might be able to help.
Master? You mean your teacher is an Adeptus?
Uh-huh. She's over at Eugene Terrace. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Интересно было. Сначала Адепт объявил о официальном участии в конкурсе. Теперь эти отношения Кицины и Ганьюй. Ну вот опять.
Children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the Traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess, kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Итак, значит, мы только что познакомились с интересным лицом-адептом по имени Янь Фэй. Адвокат, все это связано с юридическими процессами и прочее. В общем, законница. Как-то так. Но сейчас не об этом. Давайте-ка вернемся. Нет, не вернемся. Ах. Фак.
Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false? Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhi Qiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
О, наконец-то! Прошу прощения, к шпилькам мы вернемся позже. Сейчас не до этого. Shift in the turbo!
Hello, Xiangling.
Madam Ping is Xiangling's master?
I did not expect that.
Master, how are you keeping these days? Are you well?
Oh, very well, thank you. What a surprise it is that you all had the time to come and visit me today.
Hello.
Master, we came here because we have a question for you. Do you know about the Stove God?
Of course I know the Stove God.
Does this mean you know them personally?
Ah, I see. It's the Moonchase Festival, isn't it? How interesting. So you came to hear some stories about the Stove God.
That's right. We're investigating something that happened recently.
I see. The great stone surfaces. And so you open an investigation. I must commend your guesswork this far. I did indeed know the Stove God of whom you speak, but it was a great many years ago. Moonchase was originally a rite observed by the Adepti, not something in which the ordinary people of Liyue would ever partake. But over the years, they have sought to emulate it for themselves many times, giving rise to various festivals bearing the Moonchase name. On nights when the moon shone bright, everybody would get together for joyful reunions. There would be fine food, fine wines, and choice teas. Later, Rex Lapis unified all of these various festivals under the Moonchase name to honor an old friend of his. In short, the heavens were our witness as we vowed to the moon to come together in joyful solidarity, to remember the past and reflect upon the present. That is the meaning of the Moonchase Festival.
Rex Lapis.
That friend made many contributions to Liyue, and Rex Lapis would not have them go unrecognized. Turning this season into a commemoration of his old friend was also a way to honor that friendship. I can only presume that the Stove God Festival was one of the many subsumed into the Moonchase Festival.
In the hands of Rex Lapis, our nation's traditions were faithfully upheld. It is to their detriment that we must now be the ones to inherit this duty.
Ah, Kuching, I simply won't allow you to be so down on yourself. Nothing would delight Rex Lapis more than to know that those who follow in his footsteps continue to value these traditions and are working tirelessly to do them justice.
Thank you.
Lady Kuching!
Huh?
Lady Kuching, Lady Ningguang wishes to speak with you.
Ningguang's looking for me? Must be important. Please excuse me, everyone. If I'm not back soon, you'll find me at Ningguang's office.
There she goes. Kuching's a lot more serious when she's got her work face on.
Do you want to know who Rex Lapis's friend was?
Paimon does!
Yes, precisely. There are few genuine coincidences in the world. The story of the Lost Festival and the old friend are indeed one and the same. The Stove God was a good friend of mine, too. What a pity it is that the god is now gone both from the world and from people's memories.
How could that happen?
It is to everyone's regret that the Stove God passed. But gods cannot be fully destroyed, and we made a pact to wait until the land became fruitful once more. For perhaps the Stove God would then return, albeit in a new form.
Really? Master, you must miss the Stove God a lot, right? From the way you talk about it all, it sounds like you were the best of friends.
Yes. Thinking back on it all, there are many fond memories. I'm pleasantly surprised to find that Kuching is investigating this. She is a tenacious child, and anything she sets her mind to, she will diligently pursue. It warms my heart and makes me want to give her a helping hand. Unfortunately, however, I cannot simply give her the answer. For
for the process is of great importance to her. Kuching's grandfather once researched the stove god, and now she follows in his footsteps. Since Kuching has inherited this conundrum, so too she must inherit the journey to its resolution.
You knew Kuching's grandpa?
Of course. I count all the people of Liyue among my good friends. I remember when he was the same age as Kuching is now. So young. Grandparent and grandchild are definitely made from the same mold. Both diligent enough to take on anything and bold enough to see it through to the end. I like to think of Liyue as my own little potted plant. I've watched it grow and blossom, and it grows more beautiful all the time. In the blink of an eye, the buds of yesterday are in full bloom today. It's wonderful to see. For new blossoms must bloom on the branches if the tree is to remain evergreen and ever young. My dears, you are absolutely right to focus your investigation on the stone. It is, as you suppose, the lost statue of the stove god, and within it lie all the answers that you seek. I should like to see the stone for myself if you would lead me to it. Perhaps the truth will emerge even as we watch on.
You're all here. I was just about to send someone to fetch you.
Kuching, has the stone undergone any changes?
A crack has appeared in one corner, but we still can't tell what's inside.
What happened? Did someone chip it while no one else was looking?
More likely a natural occurrence. Our weapons have had no effect on it.
How would a natural occurrence crack it open?
This is because the stove god draws power from the actions of the masses. The heat of a busy kitchen, the joy of a reunion. Keep up the good work, and the truth will rise to the surface soon enough.
All the books say the stove god is the deity of food. So is the stone opening up because everyone's cooking for the festival?
Statues draw power from their people. So, if the stove god has dominion over cooking, could it be that the passion people put into their cooking gives power to the stove god? Ningguang and I chose Feast of the Bounteous Land as this year's theme, and now every chef signed up for the competition is busy preparing. Paimon's theory is not an unreasonable one.
Plus, a lot of families have reunion feasts around this time. With everyone back home, the whole city's bustling with people, and that adds a lot to the festive atmosphere.
So if the stone cracked because Liyue started getting festive, that must mean that when the festive fever peaks, it'll bust right open, right?
That's gotta be it, right, Master?
Well, we'll have to see then, won't we?
Okay, the fact that cooking is involved gives us a perfect opportunity. The selections phase of Masterful Chefs will be held indoors and seen by only a few people, but the finals will be held outside in public. Everyone who wants to will be able to come and watch it. The atmosphere will be incredibly lively, no question.
And when the finals end, boom! We'll get to see who the stove god really is, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, I've already signed up, so I should be able to help.
Yes, for a chef as accomplished as yourself, getting to the finals should be a breeze.
All this talk of cooking competitions is making Paimon hungry. Oh, Paimon can't wait! It'd be great if Paimon could take a nap and then wake up when it's the finals.
Как обычно. Это, конечно, все здорово, но как при этом продолжить это? Да.
A reward on the road.
Bet you can't keep up with me! Let it rain! I'll protect us! Punishment! What a nuisance! Judgment! Yeah! No problem! Judgment! You can't run! Shiver!
Эй! А ну прекрати это сейчас же!
You can't run!
Я что сказал? Прекрати свой шампанского! Немедленно!
Judgment! Punishment! What a nuisance!
Let the show begin.
You can't run!
Из-за тебя они восстановились полностью. Скотина.
No escape! Hey, get him! Judgment! Shiver!
Oh, ouchie!
You can't run! Judgment!
Son of a...
Fuck! I'm stuck here!
Какого черта?
Ты за это заплатишь!
You can't run!
La 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 la.
Judgment! You can't run!
I'll protect us.
Judgment! You can't run! No one escapes my sight! Judgment! Punishment! You can't run! Judgment! This will slow things down.
Lights out. Let's dance.
Yeah, you can't run.
Freeze! Freeze!
Judgment. Yeah, you can't run.
Нам бы не помешал костер сейчас. Лощить будет муторным занятием.
No escape.
You can't run.
Ну вот, как я и говорил.
To dust!
Punishment. You can't run. Yeah. Judgment!
Let's dance.
You can't run. Shiver!
Terra Smash! Yeah!
Judgment! You can't run!
Lights out.
You can't run!
Так я и думал.
Judgment!
О нет! Not this motherfucker again.
Go, Barbara, go!
No escape! No one escapes my sight! Lights out! Yeah!
I'll protect us.
Judgment! What a nuisance! You can't run! Escape! Judgment! Punishment! Judgment!
А, получил, блин.
Ready, steady, go!
You can't run! I see how it is. Shiver! Yeah! Yeah!
So
Да, я тебя отпускал.
Let's dance!
You can't run!
Наконец, туда. Наконец-то, черт, он восстановил здоровье.
What a nuisance!
Дороги!
Looks like overtime today. Is this my final job? No escape. At least no more work.
Вот почему я ненавижу этих проклятых патрулей. Ну все.
Judgment!
Да стой ты на месте! Что такое? Ты не вовремя.
Dodge this! That's cheating! You can't run! Looks like overtime today.
Let the show begin.
Judgment! What a nuisance! You can't run! Punishment!
Quick!
Prepare yourself.
You're open!
Yeah! Judgment! You can't run!
No escape!
Judgment!
So soon! You're open!
Let's dance.
боже мой, надоело.
Go, Barbara, go!
You can't run! Judgment!
No escape. You're open.
I'll protect us.
Prepare yourself.
Punishment! You can't run! What a nuisance! You can't run!
So soon.
Let's dance.
Judgment!
Ready, steady, go!
You're open. Prepare yourself.
You can't run!
You're open.
Stop running and accept your death.
No escape! Hey, get him! I'll protect us.
You're open.
Judgment! You can't run!
You're open. No escape. You're open.
Judgment! Punishment!
Gotcha.
You can't run!
Let's dance.
Judgment!
Prepare yourself.
Is this my final job?
Leaving so soon. You can't run from death.
Quake! Terra Smash!
Let it rain.
You're open to dust.
La 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 la.
You're open.
I'll protect us.
You're open.
Lights out. Let's dance.
Judgment.
You can't run.
You're open.
You can't run. I see how it is. Shiver. You can't run.
No one escapes by
Let the show begin.
Judgment.
champion of Mondstadt. Wow, these will come in handy.
Где тут должен быть еще факел?
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Ah, there he is.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Не-а.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Так. Здесь еще 3, значит. Oh, but fuck. Неужели?
Punishment! Judgment! No escape! You can't run!
Go, Barbara, go!
Judgment!
Come on, we can do it!
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Let the show begin.
Judgment!
Похоже, мы его изолировали.
You can't run!
Terra Smash!
Judgment! Yeah! 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 Punishment!
Let's dance.
Judgment!
No, you don't. Damn it.
Judgment! No one escapes my sight!
Lights out.
Judgment!
Fuck! Almost got him right when I pawned that hand. Curse.
You can't run! Judgment! Yeah! You can't run!
I'll protect us.
Punishment! You can't run!
To dust!
You can't run!
Let the show begin.
Shiver! You can't run!
I'll protect us.
Judgment! No escape! You can't run! Punishment! Judgment! You can't run! Lights out. What a nuisance.
I'll protect us.
You can't run. Judgment. Not so hard. That's cheating. Tired. What a nuisance. Judgment. Punishment. You can't run.
Quick!
Judgment.
Let the show begin.
Judgment. Shiver. You can't run. Judgment.
Let's dance.
You can't run. Judgment. You can't run. Punishment.
I'll protect us.
What a nuisance. Judgment. You can't run.
To dust!
Judgment.
You can't run! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I suppose it wasn't too much trouble.
Окей, Хилчуру снова.
Go, Barbara,
Думаю,
go!
с ним... А, блин, щиты. Если...
You can't run!
Заметно осталось. Видите, какие быки на
You can't
Родео.
run!
Lights out.
Значит, тогда придется собирать ультимейт.
You can't run! Shiver!
Oh no! Let's dance.
Judgment!
No one escapes my sight.
Lights out! Judgment! You can't run! Judgment!
I see how it is.
Да вы, должно быть, шутите.
You can't run! Yeah! Yeah! Judgment! Punishment!
Let's dance.
You can't run!
Judgment!
You can't run!
Lights out. Let the show begin.
Yeah! Judgment! Yeah! You can't run! Yeah!
Let it rain. I'll protect her.
Yeah!
Judgment! Let's dance!
What a nuisance! Judgment! Yeah!
Lights out.
You can't run!
To dust!
I'll protect us.
Yeah! Judgment!
О, только не ты! Always getting in my way.
You can't run! Yeah! No one escapes by...
Let's dance.
Yeah! Yeah!
Lights out.
You can't run! Yeah! You can't run! Yeah! Yeah! Judgment! Yeah!
Judgment! You can't run! Judgment!
Блин, еще собрать 700 штук.
There are a few interesting trinkets here.
Ай, недостаточно высоко. А теперь другое дело. Да. Ох, шут.
No escape! Bet you can't keep up with me! Must keep training. Punishment! What a nuisance! Get him!
Let it rain. Let the show begin. Judgment. Lights out.
Not so hard!
Ready, steady, go! I'll protect us.
Yeah! Hit! Hit! I'll race you there!
Let's dance.
Go, go, Baron Bunny! Judgment! You can't run!
I'll protect us.
No one escapes my sight! That's cheating! Bet you can't keep up with me! Get him!
Quick!
Punishment! Bet you can't keep up with me!
Let's dance.
Нет.
Come on, we can do it.
Not so hard!
Let's dance.
You can't run! You can't run!
Oh shit.
Maybe this is just fate's dark design.
I'll protect it.
Judgment! You can't run! Judgment!
What a nuisance.
Let the show begin.
Punishment! You can't run!
Go, Barbara.
Judgment! Judgment! Shiver! You can't run! Judgment!
Let it rain. Let's dance.
You can't run! Punishment!
I'll protect us.
To dust!
You can't run! You can't...
Bet you can't keep up with me. Go, go, Baron Bunny.
Judgment! Yeah!
Lights out.
You can't run!
Let the show begin.
What a nuisance! Judgment! You can't run!
I'll protect us.
Judgment! Punishment! Judgment! Things are getting...
Let the show begin.
You can't run!
Quick!
Judgment!
Let's dance.
You can't run! Shiver!
Come on, we can do it.
You can't run! Yeah. Punishment!
Let the show begin.
Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there. Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift. past is like unwrapping a gift. My experiment will succeed.
Не понял.
This world is full of...
Oh, here we go again.
отсюда!
Here to play with me.
I'll protect us.
Let me amuse myself.
You can't run!
I suppose it wasn't too much trouble.
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
I suppose it wasn't too much trouble. That felt, pretty good.
Ну, что тут я могу сказать? Видимо, не судьба мне записать остальную часть ивента. Это уже придется без вас, без меня узнать. А мне без вас это проходить. Но не волнуйтесь, эту историю вы можете посмотреть у кого-нибудь другого. Что же насчет меня? Я думаю, на этом все. В следующий раз мы уже продолжим вне ивента. Я как-нибудь расскажу потом мои впечатления об этом. На этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, комментируйте. С вами был Аватар Льва. И до новых встреч.